the volunteer spirit. You know that I feel the same way. That's a very few number. Man, the passion, energy from our fan base. I've been in a lot of competitive arenas as a player and as a coach. There was nothing better that I've ever been in than what happened on Saturday night.
Happy New Year and welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley, and it's been 2 long days since the VAWLS lost to Purdue in the Music City Bowl. And yes, that wasn't the outcome that we all wanted. That's not what we all had in mind. We thought Josh Heupel and this football team was going to continue their momentum. We thought they were going to finish the season strong. And I get it. I get the frustration. And I'm all for questioning Josh Heupel, questioning this coaching staff. If you disagree with certain decisions or play callings at certain times, I get it. The Indy kid made some great points in his videos yesterday, but I think some of us, a lot of us, need a huge reality check. Maybe we need to dial back some expectations, and that's something that I mentioned all leading up to this bowl game. It's something that I've talked about. The more success this football team has, the more expectations start to shift, and I think maybe some folks, not all of you, some of you, lose sight of reality. And because quite frankly, the last 2 days on social media, on the message boards, you know, some of our comment section, not a lot. Most of you guys are kind of dialed in, but I've seen it all over social media. People have lost their minds. Ridiculous posts. The same people that just 11 months ago were talking about how this team doesn't have any talent. They were saying that Heupel's not the answer. Those same exact people suddenly changed their expectations. We went from a team that has no talent and Josh Heupel sucks to now all of a sudden we see the potential. The domination of teams like Missouri and South Carolina, big road win against Kentucky, taking Ole Miss and Pitt to the limit, competing with Georgia and Alabama down to the fourth quarter. All of a sudden, these same people that said that, you know, this team has no talent, all of a sudden they demand instant success, instant gratification. We went from a 5 to 6 year rebuild, a team that lost 25 scholarship players in the transfer portal, more than any other Power 5 school in the country. All of a sudden we deserve more. We should be in Atlanta. Don't get it twisted. I'm not happy with the way the Music City Bowl went down. I expected to win that game. I think Tennessee should have won that game. But this video is not about breaking down the Music City Bowl. We've already done that. We talked about it in the post-game show. Indy Kid talked about it yesterday. I'm here to talk about reality versus expectations. What do we really expect in 2022 from this football team? As always, do me a favor, go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. If you would so kindly press that thumbs up, it helps the channel and the analytics. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts, we're not insiders, we are fans just like you. If you enjoy the content, make sure you subscribe, click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop videos. The Indy Kid and Dabra will be live for the post-game show after the basketball game next week. We'll also schedule any live streams if big-time news breaks that we need to discuss. We'll go live, keep you guys up to date, and be following recruiting, transfer portal, and all that stuff. But let's jump into this article from VAWLS 24/7, written by Ryan Callahan. Heupel, VAWLS have a chance to do something special next year. Let's take a look at the article. It says Tennessee head coach and his players couldn't hide their disappointment Thursday night following the VAWLS 48-45 loss to Purdue in the Music City Bowl, a game they led for most of the fourth quarter and could have won in the closing seconds, but ultimately slipped away from them in overtime. Again, not here to really talk about the Music City Bowl, but it says even after missing out on a season-ending win that could have served as a springboard into next year, Heupel did his best to take a big-picture view of the progress Tennessee has made since his hiring in late January after a 7-6 season. In his first year with the VAWLS, Heupel said the journey has been unbelievable for them, and they now have a chance to do something special next year. It says disappointed in the outcome, disappointed for everybody in the locker room tonight, Heupel said after the game. They left everything out on the field, disappointed in the result, but man, the journey has been unbelievable. He goes on to say, we took over the program 11 months ago where it was and where it is today, two completely different programs. Proud of these guys. They've come so far. Special thanks to the seniors, guys that stayed, competed, and that bought in, that led, showed what the spirit of a volunteer is. Our young men that aren't seniors that will be coming back, how much growth they've shown in the course of 11 months on and off the field. Just so proud of them. And again, I love the quote, because where was this team just 11 months ago? What was your expectation 11 months ago? Has it shifted? Has it changed? Like I said, it's the same people that talk about the lack of talent, the same people that talk about Josh Heupel not being a good football coach, now suddenly think that Josh Heupel and this football team should be in Atlanta next year because their expectations change based on the success of this football team. We can't just enjoy the success. We can't just be along for the ride. We have to demand and expect more. People start losing their minds. All of a sudden, Josh Heupel can't coach. And I get it, guys. I get it. It's fair to criticize. That's not what this is about. We need to be level-headed. We need to realize where this team was at. Again, I said it over and over and over. Meet this team where they're at. The big thing I see flying around is that this offense is a gimmick offense. And I know where that came from, and that's fine. But sometimes when these people that have platforms, they say something, and then it grows like wildfire, and it just becomes the easy out, the easy answer. It's a gimmick offense. Indy Kid's blown a gasket for the last 24 hours over that, and I'm with him. It's stupid. If you want to call it a gimmick offense, call it a gimmick offense. I really don't care what you call it. It works. It's proven. We've seen it all year long. So just because Tennessee loses to Purdue, let's not all of a sudden turn on Josh Heupel and talk about it's a gimmick offense and it's not going to work. They scored over 40 points. That was not the problem. Single season record for points scored. Single season record for touchdowns. First 1,000-yard receiver since Justin Hunter. Let's look at Hendon Hooker in 2021. First all-time at Tennessee in completion percentage. First in interception percentage with a minimum of 300 attempts. Tied for third. Touchdown passes. 10th passing yards. Third quarterback rushing yards. Fourth in total offense. It works. The offense works. And we're going to continue to see that grow and build. So turning on this offense, calling it a gimmick offense, it's like calling Josh Heupel a lazy recruiter. It's weak. It's pathetic. Bring a different argument at me or get out of here. Lose my number. The article goes on to say, while Heupel said the Vols did some things that I think were just uncharacteristic against the Boilermakers, he said the way Tennessee's players competed and how they reacted to the loss offered reminders of the culture change he has seen throughout the program this year. Huge. Absolutely huge. All last year, we saw players that didn't care, players that quit. These kids in the postgame show, if you watch the postgame press conference, these kids were They were heartbroken. They care. They want to win. Josh Heupel's done a great job changing the culture in Knoxville. Let's not change our expectations of what we called a 5 to 6 year rebuild. Sure, let's get excited. Things moving along way faster than we expected. Let's just enjoy it. Says Heupel didn't waste any time Thursday night looking ahead to next year. Senior quarterback Hendon Hooker and redshirt junior wide receiver Cedric Tillman, the Vols' leading receiver, already have announced that they plan to stay at Tennessee next season rather than leaving for the draft. Their returns, along with the improvement Tennessee showed this year, undoubtedly will lead to higher expectations for the program going into next season. Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. We've already talked about it, guys. We've talked about it for multiple weeks because leading up to the bowl game, and I'm as guilty as anybody, I expected to win. I expected to dominate. I like the matchup. Kudos to Purdue for taking care of business. That doesn't change my excitement for next year, but we got to be realistic. When we look at the schedule, and I talk about it, I say, hey, I see 8 to 10 wins. So what happens if Tennessee goes out and wins 8? Am I going to blow a gasket, or do we just take it in stride? You got to be realistic. Yes, that team can win 10 games, but it's not a given to go on the road and play LSU in the SEC. That's not a given win. You've got to go take care of business. Florida's Florida. I don't care how many guys transfer out. I don't care what happens down there. Florida is Florida. And in the words of Brent Hubbs, I have to see it to believe it. Goes on to talk about Tillman becoming the first 1,000-yard receiver since Justin Hunter in 2012. The quote from Tillman says, just going to continue to get better, continue to go to workouts, staying after and watching extra films so we don't have this feeling in our mouth again next year. So just improving. It's our first year in the system, and I think we're going to grow from this year. That's what I'm still excited. I'm exactly where I was going into the Music City Bowl. I'm excited about this coaching staff. I'm excited about Josh Heupel. We all know they've got their work cut out for them. We have got to find some guys on defense in the secondary at linebacker. Shout out to Jeremy Banks for playing his tail off in that Music City Bowl. We need 10 more guys that have the energy and the passion and the drive that Jeremy Banks has. He may not be the best linebacker in the SEC, but he gives you 110% each and every week. We need 10 more guys like that. We need help in the secondary. We need help at linebacker. We'll see what Josh Heupel and this coaching staff does heading into next season. I'm excited. I'm already excited about spring practice. We're just a few months away. Can't wait to get into it. Can't wait to see what pieces this coaching staff adds. And I can't wait to see what happens in the recruiting class of 2023 when this coaching staff has a full year of building relationships. Let's be patient. Let's look at reality. Let's dial back our expectations a little bit. Hit that comment section. Am I off base? If you guys have been scrolling through social media, you've seen some of the same nonsense I've seen. It's okay to question things. That's not a problem. But when you turn on your head coach and you turn on your football team because they don't meet your twisted expectations, that's where I have a problem. But hit that comment section and let me know, what are your expectations? What is reality? Have I lost my mind? Am I letting too much out? Hit that comment section and let me know. If you have not done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, you can grab the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/TalkinVaws. Any and all support greatly appreciated. But that is going to wrap it up for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.
Those dogs howl like me.